Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome back, Boss Ross, when you're done with your dog, apparently. Jaffa cakes and tea. For the dog, you say, for the dog. Okay, whatever the dog is into, I guess. So the flu is going around RimWorld. Everybody has the flu now. Everybody's in bed. It's very fussy. Bristly Stranger is about to die at pretty much any moment. His flu is extreme. Yeah, I know everybody has a medical emergency right now. Every single person has a medical emergency right now. We're trying to deal with it. We don't actually have any real medicine. We've got the sort of medicine light going on there, but no real medicine. We should probably make some of that. Missouri Mule, excuse me. Wow, I'm 5 minutes into the stream, not even. I'm 1 minute into the stream, and I can't even speak English yet. Got my message late, re your stream. Well, you're here now. That's the important part. YouTube is very fussy about when it does and does not tell people that things are happening. It seems to decide that all by itself. Okay, we do have a bill to make medicines. That's good, at least. We are going to make some eventually. Anonapig, welcome! Oh, no, you didn't miss a darn thing, Missouri. You didn't miss a darn thing. You missed me saying hi to Vossross and talking about the flu. The flu is going around our RimWorld colony, and basically everyone's going to die at any moment. So, that's happening. That's happening. Slick Rick, could you possibly refuel these generators while you're playing horseshoes, because that's not really contributing to the overall health of the colony here. Everybody is in the hospital. Everyone is going to die at any moment. Back dog is now content. Yeah, well, with Jaffa cakes and tea, I'm sure they are pretty content. Or the dog is pretty content. I don't know how many dogs. I'm assuming when you say dog, you mean dog singular, because you didn't say dogs. So I'm just going to go with that's one dog. But yeah, I would assume with Jaffa cakes and tea firmly ensconced with the dog's territory, that the dog is probably pretty happy. Frog, you've got a rabbit for, reasons. Slick Rick, Oh, you gotta go a long way to get wood, don't you? We should probably chop down some more wood and not actually grow any more food ever. We have so much food. We have a ridiculous amount of food. Actually, if a trader came by, that would be awesome. I will happily unload a bunch of this food in favor of literally anything else. Stabby's taken it upon Stabby's self to go to bed. Which is unfortunate, because Stabby's our best doctor, as far as I recall. I'm sure, you have the flu. No surprise there. No surprise there. You will get the immunity to it. Yeah, you'll be fine on immunity. I'm a little more worried about Bristly Stranger, because your immunity is 87, but the flu is 89. The flu is winning right now. You can't stab the flu away. I disagree. If you stab the heck out of someone, they've got much bigger problems than the flu, Anonapig. The flu is the least of their issues. I had my flu shot this week, actually. I had my flu shot a couple of days ago. I have to have it for work. Otherwise, I have to wear a mask all day. And rather than go around and jump out at people going, I'm Batman, when I have a face mask on, I decided the flu shot was the lesser of two evils. So there's a few bucks down the drain, because I don't recall me ever having the flu. You just have to stab them early. There you go. But if you stab somebody with the flu, you'll get the flu. Not necessarily. Hey, Barbara. Welcome. If you stab somebody with the flu, do you get the flu? Well, only if you mishandle the knife blade. Flu, it's funny you say that, Anonapig. I just did extensive training on, communicable diseases. And the flu, you would actually, unless that person sneezed in your face while you were stabbing them, which is inherently possible. You can't really stop a sneeze very effectively. So if you were stabbing them and they sneezed, then yes, there is the potential for you to get the flu. But not really just from stabbing them. Did you know with bobcats, 1720, 1820, and 1920 all saw outbreaks of deadly strains of the flu? And now 2020. Because the flu is really, really bad. As Bobcat just pointed out, happy 2020. It's your victim's last revenge. They'll cough in your face. That would be a form of transmission. Yes, you are correct. Colonist needs treatment, medical emergency. I'm largely ignoring all of this. You know what? If people die, then people die. That's the nature of RimWorld. And we've got Nadine and Dave Navarro ready to go. Nadine is broken. Nadine is completely broken of Nadine's resistance, and it's a 50-50 shot of recruiting her, so that'll probably go along well. The only problem is we may not have anyone left to recruit them. That's a bit of an issue. Starvation, that I can handle. Oh, it's Spike Little Girl. Okay, well, you've got food in your hands. You can probably cope with that. Squig, welcome! Welcome, Squig. I'm sorry there are no squigs in RimWorld. There are other things. There are muffalos. Those are kind of like big, furry, not as aggressive squigs. But welcome, Squig. Good to see you. Wow, we don't need food. We 100% don't need food at any point. Just no more food needs to happen here. Sorry, I'm thumbing through my phone trying to get to my own stream because, YouTube has decided not even to bother telling me that I'm streaming, and I am. I know I am. I'm doing it right now. There I am. Thank you, RimWorld. I had to actually go to my own channel to find out that I'm streaming. Thanks, YouTube. Appreciate that one. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and like myself, too. Yay, positive self-esteem issues. CB, welcome. Welcome. Oh, it's a full house today. Awesome. Welcome, Couch Bum. Welcome. Apart from not dying, what was I working? Oh, we're finally getting the upgraded machine bench. Right. Eventually, if anyone can not die in time to build it. Ooh, who do we have left who's actually a decent builder? Penge, what are you like on building things? Yeah, you're not terrible. Are you in bed? You're kind of in bed. I probably shouldn't wake you up to go build a table. Too busy sending messages via catapult. There you go. Oh, the guinea pig catapult tower. That was fun. What? Who's left who can do anything at all? This is what I'm asking. Scion's up and about. Scion's up and about, making more meals. You know what, Scion, why don't we've got so much food. Why don't we actually make some decent food? Why don't you make some fine meals and actually bump that up a little bit? We may as well have the people who do survive the flu epidemic at least be happy about what they're eating. Nonapig is the most streamlined messenger of our time. Streamlined and aerodynamic. I know when Boeing was researching planes, they looked to the guinea pig for aerodynamic ideas. As we often do, we look to nature for our technology because nature does it better than we do. And Boeing looked at the guinea pig and said, wow, if you catapult a guinea pig, that is one aerodynamic creature just built for flight. And that's where we get the 747s from. They're entirely based on guinea pigs. A little trivia there for you. Little aviation trivia. So why don't we get, I don't know, like 15 fine meals cooking along. We've got plenty of stuff. We may as well have it. Next thing, how's the Great Wall coming? Okay, we've got a little bit to finish down here. And then we're actually getting in the neighborhood where it'll sort of vaguely, at some point in the not completely distant future, be done. It's conceivable. I need more blocks. I need way more blocks. I could do it out of sandstone. I have a lot of sandstone blocks. Are you also a guinea piggy corn? Best house ever. Guinea piggy corn. Best house ever. I am very good, Squig. I can't speak for the rest of chat, but I am very good. Thank you very much. Enjoying my day off as usual, and always, as you darn well know, happy to be back streaming. I just wish I had more time. That's all it comes down to. And we've talked about this for several weeks in chat. Oh dear. Is Spike Little Girl in chat? Because she just died. Wait. We're shooting at Maker. Were we raided? What's going on? Okay. Oh, flu. Okay. So those were the last things that you did, right? We had that raid. That happened. You shot Nadine. Nadine's a prisoner. But you died from the flu. Okay, people are dying of the flu. Is Stabby up? I need my doctor back. You can't tend Bristly Stranger. You've already done that. Okay, little bit unfortunate there. Little bit unfortunate. If Spike Little Girl comes in, everyone say that she voluntarily left the colony of her own volition and free will. I did not chit-chat to chat in the stream while ignoring her medical needs, okay? That's the story, and we're sticking to it. All right? Everybody just keep stum about that. Everyone just keep stum about the broad reason that Spike Little Girl just died. It had nothing to do with mismanagement. It had left of her own volition. We need somebody to bury her real quick. Hang on. Penge, what are you doing? Yeah, go prioritize hauling this body to the Hall of the Dead, please. Thank you. Where did I put the Hall of the Dead again? Oh, it's over here. Yeah, that's fine. There's a bunch of skeletons in there. Nobody will notice. I'm very sorry, Spike Little Girl. Oops. And somebody want to get this wool while we're out in the neighborhood. That's valuable materials there, guys. Okay, that happened. Right. How's everyone else doing with the flu epidemic here? I don't see... Okay, who's having... Slick Rick is having a medical emergency. I would swear he's already dead, but there we are. Do you need to be rescued? No? Okay. Do you want to just go to the hospital and chill out? Because you can totally do that. Go rest until you're healed, you moron. What's a stum, and where are we supposed to keep it? I guess that is a primarily British phrase. I'm sure Vosseros and other Brits would have got that one. That was just always something that my father used to say, and I would hear British people say, keep stum, which is just keep quiet. Don't keep your mouth shut. I don't know its origins. Slick Rick's dead. Right, Okay, so Slick Rick's not going to be able to rest until healed because Slick Rick is dead. Now Slick Rick is dead for real. Now I am very confident that Slick Rick is dead. And Bobcat is over here freaking out while he's cutting stone blocks next to a corpse. Bobcat, I can find something else for you to do. Why don't you haul Slick Rick? I like the fact it doesn't say bury. It just says haul them. Bristly Stranger's dead. Right, Okay, so, off to a rip-roaring start here. Oh dear. I need another hauler. Bobcat, when you're done with that body, I got another one for you. Okay, that's 3 of our colonists dead in, let me see, 11 minutes and 50 seconds. That's gotta be some kind of RimWorld record. That is, well, you know what? That is more medicine for everybody else now, isn't it? That's more medicine. And a fantastic bedroom is now unoccupied, ready to be rented by either Dave Navarro or Nadine. How did the flu start? It just sort of starts. Yeah, not a big. It's just one of the many things that RimWorld will throw at you to see how we deal with it. And my method of dealing with it is to largely ignore it until it starts killing people. Yeah, illnesses, Anonapig, are just, I'll come back to that in a sec, CB. Illnesses are just completely random. As far as I know, there's no real trigger. Although you can make yourself more likely to have illnesses depending on like how dirty your colony is or stuff like that. So there are factors that weigh in. But basically RimWorld threw the flu at us, and my reaction is to ignore it until 3 people are dead. Which, in my defense, is the way I ignore the flu anyway in the real world. CB, we've captured Dave Navarro. He raided us. I guess he had time to kill between episodes of Ink Master. And Nadine's down. Hang on, Nadine's down. I'm going to have to come back to you, CB. It's all kind of gone to heck here. I guess capture Nadine. She's already in a prison, so I don't know how much more capturing you need to do there, Mech. But go ahead and knock that one out if you could, and then put her back to bed. Does she have the flu as well? What's her problem? Everyone's dying. Malnutrition. Oh, I can cope with that. Oh, that's an easy one. Go ahead and just feed her. That's an easy one to deal with. I suppose with 3 people dead, it is a little hard to get food up to the prison these days. So yeah, Dave Navarro took a break from Ink Master and raided us, and we shot him, and then we captured him. It clearly says Navarro. I didn't make this up. This is the name that was presented to me by RimWorld. Some of these other colonists, our own colonists, have been named after folks in chat, as you can clearly see, although 3 of them are dead now. Slick Rick technically was not in chat. I don't know Slick Rick personally in the real world, and I have no reason to suspect he'd be watching me play RimWorld. I am not even going to attempt to pronounce your name. How about just Bringer? I can go with Bringer. Hawk would just massacre me right now because I totally can't pronounce that. Der Kreikendi Tufels? Bringer? I'm just going to go with Bringer. I'm very well, thank you, and welcome. I'm going to abbreviate that name to Bringer because I can't possibly say that at this point in time, but you're very, very welcome. I'm so psyched to see you here. This week also threw stuff at me, starting with a Christmas tree landing on me. Oh dear. That's That's no good. Ambi, welcome. Ambi, it has been a few weeks. Welcome. You're still dead. Your cat is still dead in this game. Not in the real world. I don't encourage cat issues in the real world. But you have not been brought back to life. If it helps, Ambi, everyone's dying right now. Every single colonist is dying. So it's not just the cat or Vosseros the monkey. Everyone is almost dead. So going back to the Dave Navarro issue, I know Slick Rick's dead. I always suspected he was dead. And I don't think he's in chat. If any of you are, in fact, Slick Rick in real life, please let me know. Because I could, I don't know, go to work in a couple of days and say, hey, I know Slick Rick. And I would probably be met with blank stares. Because probably very few people even remember who Slick Rick is. But, if any of you happen to be Slick Rick in the real world, do please speak up. Absolutely speak up. Couchbum is not Slick Rick. Okay, one down. Great. I've seen Couchbum. I've watched him stream, and he uses a webcam, face cam thing. So I have an idea of what Couchbum looks like. And I will just going to go ahead and say he looks nothing like Slick Rick. Not even, later years Slick Rick. He just absolutely looks nothing like Slick Rick. Now, CB could be using, somebody else to do the face cam stuff. It could be fake. You're right. It could be fake. But if I'm going to say, is Couchbum lying to me when he says he's not Slick Rick, I'm going to go ahead and say he's telling the truth. I do not believe he's Slick Rick. It would be unusual for that to be true. We're feeding Dave Navarro, which is great. He's awfully skinny. He really is a skinny man. And go ahead and quit the Ink Master and put Jane's Addiction back together if you get a chance, please, because that was awesome. Is anyone else going to die in the near future? Is anyone else going to die? Let's just do a rundown here. Let me just see how we're doing. You have minor flu. That's probably okay. You have no health conditions. Mech is perfectly healthy. Stabby, minor flu. Scion had an ear shot off. That has nothing to do with the flu. Bristly Stranger, Spike Little Girl, dead. Frog, left ear gone. Second toe shot off. No flu. Duck, no flu. Ray, no health conditions whatsoever. Slick Rick is dead. And Bobcat is deaf. But apart from that, pretty much okay. I didn't actually know that Bobcat had hearing loss in both ears. Oh, we'll have to get you some bionic ears. What are those, cochlear implants? I think they are in this game. Lynn, welcome. Happy 2020. Happy 2020 to you too. Is this the first stream of the new year? It can't be. No, because there have been 7 days since... Yeah, no, this can't be the first stream of the new year. This is the second stream of the new year. But happy 2020 to you, too. Holidays were very good for me and Mrs. Dave. Thank you. They were very enjoyable, very traditional. We just did our usual family thing. Mrs. Dave's family in the morning, my family in the afternoon, and then our own little Christmas in the evening. Very much what we commonly do, and very, very fun. Although, as I think most people are, I think we're also kind of glad the holidays are over. It's a frantic time. It's not necessarily stressful as it is, just frantic. There's a lot to do. So we're also happy that the tree is gone and we kind of put the house back together and put all the presents where they're supposed to live and all that kind of stuff. Mech. No, don't sew. Don't. You know what? I should actually just probably turn sewing off. It's almost winter anyway. Why don't we not sew any more of these areas? Thank you very much. Yeah, don't bother. Oh, that was already off. Okay. Yeah, don't bother re-sewing any of these. Yeah, no sewing there. Thank you very much. Yes, I did have a good holiday. Thank you, Anonymous. I appreciate that. 1,800 subs. Yeah, it's well, thank you, Crossroads Inn. Is really that's about all I can say about that. Thank you, Crossroads Inn. Last time I looked at your live stream, you only had like 1,000. Yeah, it was a pretty significant jump with Crossroads Inn. Did you lumberjack your Christmas tree? Get a few thousand for it. Yeah. Well, I actually recorded one of those today, Vosseros, and I found out money for lumberjacking may not be as good as I originally thought it would be, depending on what you're doing with the tree. You'll see. You'll see. But yeah, I don't think lumberjacking will be my next career move, although the song is kind of worth it just for that. So yeah, Squig, basically thank you, Crossroads Inn, is how that goes. Thank you very much, Crossroads Inn, which is great because I love playing Crossroads Inn. I absolutely have a blast playing it, so it's no strain for me to have that up and running on the channel. A lot of people want to watch it, and I really want to play it, so that's a great combo. That's exactly what I want out of a game, and that's been the bulk of the growth. Some other things have been in there too, and just natural growth too. But it was a good end of the year. It was a very weird year last year for the whole YouTube thing. Very, very, very flatlined during the late spring and the entire summer, and really up to Crossroads Inn. When Crossroads Inn was released, Hawk, welcome. I was just thinking about you, Hawk. Moin, welcome. And Sonia, welcome. You're new to my channel. You are super so welcome. That's awesome. That's very, very awesome. You'll get used to most of the people in chat. It's a pretty standard group that you are joining here. So it's just general vague silliness, and eventually I just start WASDing around the screen and ranting about something. So Hawk, Sonia, welcome, welcome. Puppies and kitties at a near future point, then hugs and kisses in February. Oh, right, Crossroads Inn. Right, yes. Oh, yeah, I'll have to make sure that I get the jump on that the release days of those DLCs and make sure I do something with that immediately, like we did with the Christmas stuff and the Halloween stuff. What? Oh, is that? It's nap time for everyone. Okay, except Duck, you're not doing anything. Do you want to maybe? Is there anyone that died that we haven't buried yet? It looks like everyone made it to the Hall of the Dead. Yeah, it looks like that's basically taken care of. And, we've got some weapons we can use now, so we got that working out. I noticed all the medical emergency flags have gone, which is good. I think we've killed off the weak, is really what's happened here. Obviously, the ones who were super susceptible to the flu are dead, as is in the real world. The only unfortunate thing is Bristly Stranger, who used to be Fleeb, was our best researcher. And he's really, really good at research, so that's going to slow down the old research there. Who's our next best researcher? Just in case I got to change a job around here. Definitely not Bobcat. Bobcat has no intellectual capability whatsoever. Dumb as a bag of rocks. RimWorld Bobcat. Not Real World Bobcat. But RimWorld Bobcat has zero intelligence, and in fact, will not even try. Not even interested in trying, will not pick up a book. Duck, nope, ain't gonna be Duck. Frog, better than Duck, but no Fleeb. Scion, absolutely not. Stabby, once again, Stabby comes through. The only thing that Stabby can't do is shoot someone. Hence the name Stabby. But, Bobcat knows smart. Not in RimWorld, anyway. I'm sure he's smart in the real world. Did you miss anything while you were making tacos? No. Making tacos was a perfectly acceptable thing to do. The flu seems to have worked itself out. So it's killed off the weak, and we're left with the stronger members of the colony, but unfortunately we lost our best researcher. So I think once again, Stabby is going to have to basically hold this whole colony together by being the new researcher. Stabby, where are you at with research? Yeah, you're only at 3. Penge is on a 2. Oh, Penge is actually slightly better than Stabby. Okay, between the two of them, we'll get some research done. And I'm going to put Frog on it as well. He's terrible, but he's not completely terrible. Maybe if nobody else could do research, Frog could do some research. Okay. Everyone else is asleep, and it's nap time. What I'd really like to see, now that the week have been culled, is we finally get the machining, the fabrication bench done. We've got almost everything in there. We have the steel in there, which is the bulk of the components. Let me just high speed this and get the day moving along here. How are we? Yeah, we're plenty of animal food, tons and tons of animal food, and the hay will keep growing, so there's always going to be food for the animals. We did have, we've got a new alpaca that we will train as a war alpaca when it comes of age. It will be a war paca. And another one. Right, we've got 2 potential war pacas. Yeah, that's going to happen. Frog is, bless your heart, at researching. Exactly right. He goes in, he starts thumbing through some books and making some notes. You're like, oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'll go ahead and take over from here if you want, but boy, I sure do appreciate you trying there. That's just, bless your heart, sir. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That should be the level. At 3 of anything, in a scale of 1 to 20, oh God, something's happening. 3 should be the bless your heart level. It's a cold snap. That's fine. You know what? I can deal with that. I don't care if they harvest crops. We've got plenty of food. We have no problem with food. Almost the concept of unlimited food here. And we haven't even hauled in everything else. I don't even have the room for all of this food. Do you guys know what meat to put in a schnitzel? No, but I bet Hawk does. I bet Hawk, or Bringer, because that sounded specific. Let's try this word one more time, because boy, there's a lot of consonants and vowels in it. Suspiciously Germanic is what I was going to say. I have no idea about a schnitzel. No putting schnitzels anywhere on the stream. It's a kid-friendly channel. No, it's not, CB. No. I have firmly said to YouTube, this is not a kids channel. I have abided by their abiding of COPPA and said no. The content I produce is not appropriate for children. It is run clean. It is, in terms of language, family friendly. But I was very clear. I, looked at my channel and said, no, this is not for kids. And which is not really what COPPA is. COPPA is basically, are you targeting children with your videos? It's not so much, is it kid friendly? That's not the point of COPPA. It's, are you specifically making videos for children? Which I am firmly not. So I frankly feel liberated by COPPA. S's are hard, Ambi. You're not wrong. Yeah. When I was very, very young, here's a fun story. When I was very, very young, and, at that point, Sion's building the thing, where you start losing teeth and getting your adult teeth. I had lost my 2 front teeth, which gave me a very, very pronounced lisp, as you can imagine. And my school was so desperate to fill the program, because apparently, you don't spend your budget money, then they take away your budget money, that they put me in speech therapy to cure the lisp when all they had to do was wait for my adult teeth to grow in. EF Random, welcome. So yeah, true story. My parents were outraged. They're, why are you putting our child in speech therapy? You can clearly see that he has lost his 2 front teeth. Nadine's on board. Nadine is replacing many of our dead colonists. Yes, come on in, Nadine. Now, you know what, Nadine? First of all, that's a dog. That's not Nadine at all. And it's not even a dog. It's a cat. So let's try that again. What's your deal, Nadine? You are basically kind of meh about lots and lots of things. But you are an ascetic. So you don't want a fancy bedroom. You specifically do not want a fancy bedroom. You want well, you know what? I got a really boring bedroom for you right here. This is just a terrible bedroom. You'll love it. It has 1 bed and a light bulb. It's great. You're going to absolutely love this. Nadine, that is your bedroom now. It's terrible, but that's what you want. That is exactly what you want. How close are we on Dave Navarro, by the way? Because if I could get Perry Farrell in here, we might be onto something. You are at 13.5 resistance. Yeah, you started pretty high. You've been kind of a tough nut to crack, Dave Navarro. But, Nadine, what are we going to have you do for a living? You need a weapon. Well, we've got plenty because of all the dead folk. So why don't you grab the machine pistol? It's in good condition. And what else should you do? Who's got tattered apparel? Everybody. Absolutely everybody. That's fine. Clothes are largely overrated, and we have a very, very firm, pants optional policy, both for myself and for anyone viewing. So yeah, I know we have a couple of new members of the chat in the chat right now. Again, welcome. But just to kind of recap you, if as a personal choice, pants are not your thing, we don't judge that. We don't judge here. In fact, we don't really judge for anything. We're completely non-judgmental. We largely don't care what you're doing. But CB's already pantsless. CB could not get his pants off fast enough. But yeah, we don't judge. We've had many discussions about the real necessity of pants. Like, how necessary are those? Like, are they super, super necessary? So, yeah, if you're new to the chat, go ahead and, you be you, as the kids say these days with their hula hoops and their fax machines. You be you. Where did Nadine go? Come here. What are you doing? You are taking rice. To what? To more rice? Yeah, actually you are. All right, what are we going to have Nadine do around here? First of all, make sure you heal yourself up if you need to do that. You are no kind of doctor, so you ain't doing that. You're actually no kind of anything. You're really good at animals. So we'll put you at a 2 on animals. And actually, I'm going to take mech off of animal duty, sort of. Not just not high priority. And, well, why don't you be number 2 on cleaning as well? Just get some of that done around here. Why are you... Okay, a 4 on art. Yeah, you can be a little bit higher priority on art, and actually can go back to a 3 on cleaning. We do need some people to get some statues done around here, and everyone else is pretty terrible at it, if I'm honest. Kilts, do they have pockets? No, they have sporrans. They have sporrans, which is basically a fanny pack, but it's got a fancy name to it. It's got a fancy historical name, but it's a fanny pack. Let's be brutally honest here. Did any of you guys have seen Jojo Rabbit, and can you recommend? I have not seen it. I've heard about it. I've heard it's good, but I have no evidence to base that up. Base that on. Yeah, English is going to be a bit of a stretch today, so, just try and bear with me. Kilts have sporrans. It's a fanny pack. That's what it is. I've worn one. I wore a kilt when I got married. I got married in a kilt. Not like the whole ceremony. It wasn't like a ginormous kilt that was really a tent. But I wore a kilt, is what I was saying. No, I will let the rest of the chat weigh in on Jojo Rabbit. I have not seen it, but I've heard about it, and I know of it. We've got... What do we need to have happen here? Nadine, what do you really... Oh, you're going to bed. Oh, super. Great. Good contribution there, Nadine. Welcome to the team. What can I do? It took me ages to build it. What can I do on my... I can make a component, because that's all I know how to do right now. That's broadly fine. How much steel do I have? Because I am not exactly swimming in steel. And by not exactly swimming in steel, I'm not sure I have any steel at all. Do I literally have no steel? Like, actually no steel? Huh. That's a bit of a problem. And we landed in basically the worst area in RimWorld to try and get steel out of anything. We've done this. We've been here. We've gone through all of these areas. They're just... Oh, well, we've got some over here we haven't collected. Okay, good. Though, no, I have more steel than I thought. Excellent. Sure, I guess make some components, but I'm really more interested in the advanced components, which means I'm more interested in research. What are we actually researching right now? We're researching the advanced fabrication. Good. That's exactly what I want to be researching. And nobody's really doing it. Steal some... oh, God, CB, come on. Steal some... oh, right, yeah, you know what? I can't do that tongue twister. I will abduct some steel from somebody else. That was just as bad, actually. So, we're kind of counting on traders to come through with steel. That would be the ideal. What have you got in your hands? Oh, that's just mech. I thought mech had a muffalo. How did we ever finish? We did finish my wall down here. Okay, excellent. We do have a lot of sandstone blocks. Lots of sandstone. Chips easily. It's not really what I want for defense. Yeah, all my trees and plants are dying. That's fine. That's totally fine. How about we did... What have I got? Got a good bit of slate. I have sandstone and some granite. Not a lot of granite, per se. What have I got over here? Slate, sandstone, some more granite. Oh, no, I don't want various. No, I don't want the bush. I don't want the dumping stockpile. Stop it, RimWorld. Granite. Okay. Let me switch around the old stonecutter's bench there. Oh, what happened now? Oh, it's just visitors. Okay. They might have a few items to trade. I'm not counting on it, but we'll take a look at what you got. Stabby and I think Mech is our best chatty person. Yeah, 14 on social. Mech, you got this all day long. Is that turtle frozen? And if so, can I eat it? No, it's desiccated. Probably don't eat that. Probably don't go ahead and eat that. That's not good. I wouldn't mind grabbing this medicine, but we've got a lot on our plate here. So, Mech, go... Well, wait till they get closer, so we don't have to walk halfway across the map to deal with these people. Go ahead and we'll have a chit-chat with them. See if they have anything to trade. Ideally, some steel would be nice. Steel would be great. Is that turtle frozen, and if so, can I eat it? That ain't even me, CB. That's just RimWorld. RimWorld, you see a dead animal that you didn't have to take time out of your life to kill, you go ahead and eat it. You just go ahead and eat that thing. Mech, right, off you go. Go trade with this guy and see if he's got anything worth trading, frankly. Some steel would not be bad. These sort of passing by traders without an actual caravan or convoy generally don't have a lot of anything. Is a turtle a sheep? It is not. Great question, Anonapig. Great question. For folks who are new into chat, again, welcome. And, you got more than I thought. Oh, hang on. You've got more stuff than I thought you did. You have components and medicine. Right. I will take both of those. Thank you very much. I will sell you, in exchange for that, frag grenades that I'm never going to use. And unfortunately, you don't want to buy any of my food. That kind of blows because I was counting on selling that. 189 for that. Is there anything else I can unload on you? Yeah, actually, I don't really want the Psychite tea in here. Sorry, Penge, but I don't want tea in the colony because it's a drug. So I'm going to accept that. Oh, trader has insufficient silver. Okay, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's totally okay. For folks who are new into chat, we are way ahead of the curve in the wee hours. And by we, I mean both myself and viewers. Way ahead of the curve. We have completely simplified the animal classification process. So prior to this, you would have to go through an extensive classification to find out what kind of animal a new animal might be. And it's all, I did it when I was taking biology. It's in its own nature, it's somewhat meditative, but it's a very long process and grossly unnecessary. We have streamlined, if you will, the biological classification process into, is it a sheep or not a sheep? So all animals are sheep or not sheep. So great question, Anonapig. Is a turtle a sheep? A turtle is not a sheep. Not a sheep. Gotta go buy meat for your schnitzel. Good luck with that. I hope you determined what meat it is. Okay, we've got a refugee. We're totally going to offer safety because we kind of need to flesh out the ranks a little after the flu epidemic. So, Mooms. Oh, we're definitely going to have to change your name. Okay, team. We need actually, wait till the raid actually starts. Yeah, okay, Moons is coming down. Let me actually draft Moons and put him where he needs to be. There's the raid. Okay. Where's the raid coming from? Right up here. What do you got? You have 2 bows. 2 guys with bows. You know what? I think we got you. I think this is going to be just fine. Where's my wall? Because they might bump into the wall. I don't know if they will. All of you guys, draft you and come over here, please. We're just going to gun them down. We're not even going to overcomplicate this. If a penguin is a sheep, does that mean we have sheep of negotiable affections? Possibly. Penguins are, in fact... Oh, let me see. Penguins are sheep. Yeah, penguins are indeed sheep. So, yes, I guess the answer to that is yes. A herd of sheep are trying to find who murdered their farmer. That seems very complicated. Oh, wait, they're leaving because it's too cold? Really? Bunch of wimps. Okay, you're all dead. You're all going to die. Let me be very clear about this. If we can hit you at any given point. Wow, we're terrible. Okay, but we've got another prisoner. Good news. We've got yet another prisoner. Okay, everyone stop what you're doing. Ray, go capture Bamaloo. Just do that, basically. Do all of that. Close that, and where did my new person go? There's Muns. You can be undrafted. Okay. Well, we lost 3. We've gained 2 so far. Prisoner's expensive. Just eat him. I don't think I have any cannibals. I might. I'm actually not sure about that. I might have a cannibal, but I don't think I do. And anyone who is injured... Nadine, you're looking a little rough around the edges there for your first time out. Oh, yeah. You've been shot by ourselves. We shot you. Yeah, friendly fire there. Devilstrand died. Oh, I don't have a heater in here. That was dopey of me. Oh, that was super dopey of me. That stuff takes forever to grow, and I just lost it. Okay, well, dopey. There we go. There's a heater. we'll just have to start growing it again. Thankfully, the herbs don't die off that quickly, or indeed at all. But since the classification for sheep is so broad, they may have been far more skilled than I thought when they read the book in 2010 and I was unenlightened. It's not that the classification for sheep are broad. It's the classification for animals is streamlined. Sheep or not sheep. It's just that simple. I'll be presenting a paper to the International Association of Biological Classification. So next year, 2021, I release that. And we'll be doing a little talk on that about the sheep or not sheep revolution is really what it is. It's a revolution. But until then, it's kind of our thing. We're just ahead of the curve right now. We're ahead of the curve. So Bamaloo, let's first of all start recruiting you. And somebody should probably take care of you. Stabby, you're a good doctor. Go tend to Bamaloo. What's your health like? You're going to be dead in 3 hours. We actually may not even get that up there fast enough. Oh, yeah. I think Bamaloo's dead. I don't even think Stabby's going to be able to treat all of these wounds that quickly. Maybe. I'm not counting on it, though. When my dog is 50 kilograms and looks like a bear, still a sheep. Yep. Bears are sheep. So, dog and bear, they're both sheep. So either way, you're fine, Barbara. You're totally fine. Paleontologist Dave. Okay, yeah, I know there's medical emergencies. I'm trying to keep this guy alive as long as possible. Mm-hmm. And that is the medical emergency. Okay, super. That's all I needed to know. Thank you very much. Are we going to be able to treat these? Yep, we're getting there. 5 hours now. Okay, I think we'll be in good shape. Are bears sheep? They are. Yes, Anonymous bears are sheep. Yes. No question of that. That's an easy one. You'd be better off asking, is a lizard a sheep? Because that's much more complicated. They are not. Just P.S. They are not sheep. So, yeah, 11 hours. Okay, we've got Bamaloo stabilized. Basically stabilized at this point. Did anything happen to you? Did we shoot anything off of you that we should be aware of? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, excellent. Mums, you're already in here chit-chatting Dave Navarro. I haven't even looked at you yet. Oh, there's a fire. Oh, goody. There's a fire. Right, Mums, I still need to check you out. Yeah, wow, you are wicked social, aren't you? You don't do any hauling. That sucks. But you are wicked social, and you're pretty good on the old research there. That's going to work out well for you, Mums. Oh, all these people are dead. Why don't we put you at research 2 and crafting 2? Tailoring, actually, you can do all of this. We need a decent tailor. You're not skilled in a lot of normal things, but you're skilled in specific things that we kind of need. Wolves are. Here's an interesting thing, and on a pig. This is going to throw you for a loop. Dogs are sheep, but wolves are not. Yeah. If so, is a wolf literally in sheep's clothing? No. Yes, said he was a psychopath. That's not actually... honestly, that's not that big a deal. I can cope with that. You're not completely terrible at plants. Colonist needs treatment. Whom? Nadine? Why are you out of bed? Go back to bed. Go rest until healed. Stabby, go treat Nadine. Just stay in bed. It's just that simple. Prioritize tending. Muns, back to Muns. We really need a cleaner. We need a dedicated cleaner around here. So back to your work, Muns. Everything else, make sure that you're firefighting and going to bed if you're sick and all of that stuff. Definitely be on priority warden because you're quite good at that. And you're quite good at animals, but we've also got other people who are good at animals, so I don't need that to be your priority. You're terrible at cooking, but if no one else is around to do it, go ahead and do it. You're pretty good at shooting. You don't have a weapon yet, but you're going to very soon. You're actually not even that bad at growing. You're all right, Muns. I like you. And, put you on construction, because everyone should be on construction. So, Muns, let me pick up a weapon for you here. Go grab the pump shotgun. Not exactly a traditional hunting weapon, but there... Oh, God, what now? Frog's dead? Wait. Oh, we didn't get to him in time. Okay, Frog's dead. We could have a completely new colony group by the time the stream is over at this point. Completely new colony group. Frog's dead. Well, now I don't have the team of Frog and Duck. I should probably just go ahead and euthanize Duck. Duck's going to be wicked sad about this. Really, really sad about this. Everybody is dead. Basically, everyone is dead. Since bear's been established as sheep, that means Goldilocks is quite different than I thought. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Frog has hopped off this mortal coil. Okay, who's not dead? Let's just start from fundamentals. 3 original members of the colony. Not only alive and well, but actually doing very well. These people have basically no health conditions at this point. Mech, you're transhumanist, right? Yeah, totally transhumanist. Wooden War Mask is deteriorated. That's fine. We'll learn to cope with that information. Bamalu, Dave Navarro. Bamalu, your health is stabilized now, right? Yep, totally stabilized. Is anyone else in danger of dying in the near future? Because it's getting a little... And Penge. Oh, I was going to say, why did you take your hat off? You didn't take your hat off. You've got a tinfoil hat on. That's totally fine. Everyone's dead. Why is everyone dead? So Ambi, yeah, you should probably get caught up here. We had a flu epidemic in RimWorld. That's what's killed almost everyone. So the flu came through, and many people died because of that. Many people died because of the flu. Frog, however, was more of a getting shot in the face kind of thing. And I'm not going to go ahead and say mismanagement. I'm not going to use the word colony mismanagement. But maybe he should have been medically attended to faster than we in fact did. Now, that is not colony mismanagement. That's just a case of the left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing. Yeah, it was kind of the super flu. It killed a bunch of people. 3, to be precise. It killed Slick Rick and Spike Little Girl and Bristly Stranger. But since then, we converted Nadine. Mums just joined us. Dave Navarro is not far behind. Bamalu, by the way, what's your resistance like? 32. Okay, that's not nothing to crack that, but we'll learn to cope. That's fine. Can't wait for Black Plague to roll through. It will. I mean, the plague is absolutely a thing in RimWorld. It's 100% a thing. The flu, I've put not a small amount of hours into RimWorld. I've never seen a flu rip through like that. That was devastating. Flu you can usually cope with. I think the problem is basically everyone had the flu. So everyone was trying to rest up, and there was just not enough well people to take care of the sick people. I think that was part of the problem. But the plague could definitely happen. We've had the When Animals Attack episode where every single animal on the map turned insane or got revenge on us in some way. Now we're dealing with microbial issues. I feel this colony needs a sign saying the management accepts no responsibility for the death or stupid stuff happened, totally not happening. Nuh-uh. Yeah, that's a sign that just basically needs to go on the front of the channel, Vossross, never mind on the front of this colony. I cannot be held responsible for stupid things happening. I've got a lot on my plate here. It's a large colony. I can't be expected to deal with every little nuance of it, like keeping people alive. That seems like that's somebody else's problem. I'll tell you what, though, the Hall of the Dead is filling up nicely. There's a lot of people in my little Indiana Jones room down here. That's coming along very, very well. Oh, we're getting the heater built. Good. That was colony mismanagement, not putting a heater in there. That was just stupid. That was just dumb. Tons of food. I could not need any more food any time in the near future. We could probably do with getting Duck Frog's body out of here at some point. And we could also do with some more clothes. My tailoring bench is right here. We've got tons and tons of cloth. So, I don't know, make a couple of parkas and some pants and some hats and shirts and some of those and some of those. And people will just figure out what they want to wear. It'll be fine. And then, how are we doing on the old granite blocks there? Oh, okay, they're coming along. They're coming along. 165 on the granite. Did I actually change that, or did I just pretend that I changed that? Because, yeah, no, I just pretended that I changed that. Okay, so we just got granite blocks rather coincidentally. But yeah, let's do as much granite as you can squeeze out of a chunk, please. Go ahead and pop that up to the top of the priority list there. You can't prove anything, Hawk. Sounds as if you're trying to fill up your half of the dead on your Hall of the Dead on purpose. Well, here's the thing, Hawk. I'm not I'm not discouraging that. I'm not actively not trying to do that. I could do without losing 4 colonists in a row. That's a bit of a hit to the colony, just in terms of labor. Just in terms of having warm bodies around to do anything. So the less people you have, the less things that can get done. That's kind of how, numbers work, basically. But there's a part of me that doesn't dislike the Hall of the Dead filling up. 19 watching and 10 likes. Am I one of those? Yes, Ray. I remember to like myself. I have positive self-esteem today. I've remembered to like myself, Ray. And welcome. I didn't see you come in. Welcome. You're still alive, I think. Yeah, no, Ray's still alive. Yeah, we've lost Spike Little Girl and Bristly Stranger and Slick Rick. Slick Rick is finally dead, as I've always suspected he is. Oh, Bristly. Ooh, awkward time to go in there. Got awkward time to come in, Bristly. Yeah, here's the thing, Bristly Stranger. You are dead. If it helps, and it probably doesn't, you died with several other people. It wasn't just you. The flu kind of wrecked the colony. You died from the flu. You're right, you don't look well. You, in fact, look dead, because you are. So, that, sorry. I mean, again, it's probably small consolation, I'm sure, Bristly Stranger, but we ate Vosros when he died, and we ate Ambi when Ambi died. So, we're not eating you. We're not eating you. We have some dignity. You are dead, but you are not lunch. You gotta, that's gotta be something, right? That's gotta be something. Ray's alive and doesn't care. Drop the bodies in the pit. Actually, that's a great idea, Ray. You are not actually doing anything super productive except for butchering more food that we don't need because it got caught in one of our traps. I'll let you finish butchering that, and then why don't you haul Frog's body to the Hall of the Dead, please? Don't really want to strip him because that's tainted clothing. We could eat Frog. I mean, the French do it. But we won't. We won't. Hang on. Yes, Penge, you are still alive. Yes, Penge is still alive. Penge suffered the flu rather well. You were in the hospital for a little bit, and then you got right out. You seem to have a solid constitution there, sir. A solid constitution. Bristly Stranger's not good enough to eat. All right, I can go get your body out of the Hall of the Dead and eat you if you want me to. I'm just trying to be respectful, sir. So I'm just trying to be respectful. Dave is an extremely big picture person. Wow, could not have nailed me better, Anonapig. Ask Mrs. Dave. That's why Mrs. Dave and I work out so well together. I do big picture stuff. I do grand schemes, and she does the details. She figures out how to pay for my grand schemes, or if they're worth doing at all, or if she's just going to politely tell me to shut up and sit down. How did all of these people die? The flu. The flu. The cat flu. Indeed, Ray, the cat flu. Yeah, the flu kind of swept through the colony, and okay, again, we're not going to use the term colony mismanagement, because that did not happen. We will say that some of the more susceptible members of our community may have succumbed to the flu terminally to the end of their lives. They basically had the flu right up until the end of their lives, and then they didn't have lives anymore. That's how that happened. Yeah, it was the flu. We had a major flu epidemic, a quite virulent one, aggressive one, I might add. I've played some RimWorld and I've seen diseases go through. This one just ripped through us. I mean, there's a certain part, again, we are not going to use the phrase colony mismanagement, but there is a certain part where possibly we should have taken more proactive medical measures in treating people. We kind of just let them sit in the hospital. And I'm using we in sort of a royal sense at this point. We kind of just let them sit in a hospital and assume they would get better, while really spending most of our medical attention on Dave Navarro, which is odd because he hasn't put out any new music in ages, which is very, very frustrating. So yeah, we may have focused our attention on Dave Navarro and perhaps had less attention on our own colonists, but thankfully, not only you, Penge, but our 3 original colony members still here and kicking with no medical issues. Everyone else dropped dead. Penge, Mech, and Stabby, they're fine. Yeah, exactly, Couchman. I've been advised by my legal representative that I cannot use the phrase colony mismanagement because that may to an uneducated person, that may, to an uneducated person, imply that I might be responsible for that. Simply because they don't understand. That's all. Simply because they don't understand. I'm delighted to have survived. We're all delighted you've survived. We're all delighted you've survived. You're one of our best hunters, so you do kind of need to survive. It has left us, as you can imagine, Penge, with a bit of a labor shortfall. We've lost 4 people, and it's kind of hard to get things done around here when there's only 4 of us. Or rather, 4 of us are gone, is what I meant to say there. So that's a little tough. Especially tough to lose Bristly Stranger because he was our best researcher. He was super, super smart and really cranked through the research. And now we have competent researchers, but not as good as Bristly, so the research may move a little bit more slowly. I see our newest colonist, Mums, is in to feed Dave Navarro. He is an awfully skinny boy. And hopefully Bamaloo. Bamaloo, how's your health since we shot you a bunch of times? Not bad. I mean, you've been shot a bazillion times. We cannot possibly have shot you any more than this. I think we hit literally every part of your body, but you're recovering fine, apart from all the bullets in you. Spooky night today is full moon. Oh, yeah, it is. Actually, the moon is very prominent in our area right now. If it makes you fear for those nuggets, starts playing the universe hymn. I've poked around in the universe hymn, Vosros, for obvious reasons. I've poked around in it. Well, the same thing we've said for virtually every stream. I just wish I had more time. Poor Bristly, may him and his beard rest in peace. Yes, thank you, Penge. Thank you for putting that out there, because I was being respectful by not eating him. I thought that was a respectful way to treat Bristly's, corporeal remains, if you will. Corporeal remains. But no. Bristly said he wanted to be eaten. Okay, we ate Vosros the monkey. We ate Ambi the cat. They were lunch. But Bristly, no. He was our prime researcher, and I wanted to inter him respectfully in the Hall of the Dead, rather than eat him. But apparently that was not okay. Apparently he wanted to be eaten. We may, winter is coming. If food gets a little tight, which it absolutely won't because I have more food than actually exists on the real planet Earth right now. But if food becomes an issue, we will go back and eat you, Bristly, if it makes you feel better. We will absolutely eat you. We'll eat anyone. We're pretty cool like that. I mean, it's going to make everyone sad because I don't think I actually have cannibals in the colony, but food's food at the end of the day. If you cook it into a burger, you don't really know what you're eating now, do you? I had a horse meat burger one time in my life because of that. I'm like, hey, it's a burger. I didn't know it was in it. Apparently it was horse. Tasted just like a regular burger to me. Found out, don't care. Burger is a burger. Does anyone want to get these components in from outside at all? Hopefully one of the dogs will do it. God, I love having dogs back in the colony. Oh, the wall. Right. The wall. How's the wall coming? We are getting some more granite in stock, so I think I'm pretty good to start working on the last sections of the wall. Oh, it's 5 a shot, though, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have that much granite. Okay, get that to, say, there. Okay, do that much. And then keep working on... I'm going to need way more granite blocks than that. Okay, where's my granite block guy? Mums, come here. I need, literally all the granite blocks in the world, please. So just keep cranking them out, man. You're new to the colony. I know this is a lot to put on your plate, but, keep up with the blocks. Last night, my eucalyptus tree broke and fell just outside my living room. Wait, where are you? Are you in Australia or something? Where are you living that you have a eucalyptus tree? Do you have koalas? Please say yes. Koalas, absolutely sheep, by the way. 100% sheep. Had to go out and examine the damage. Minor for a tree 3... Wait, eucalyptus trees are 3 stories tall? I never knew that. I thought they were like little bushes. I haven't really researched eucalyptus trees. I'm going to blame my ignorance on a lack of caring, if I'm honest. But I kind of thought eucalyptus was more like, a tinier thing, maybe like bamboo. That's kind of how I pictured it. Okay, so questions are coming up, Ray. Questions are coming up. A, where do you live that you have eucalyptus trees? B, do you have koalas? C, please say yes. Quickly. Like, really quickly say, yes, I have koalas. I am covered in koalas right now. I have a floor full of koalas. I have rescued all the koalas from Australia, and they all live with me. Bristly used to be a werewolf, but he's all right now. Bristly may still be a werewolf. We can't prove or deny that. We also... Wait. Pench is a eucalyptus tree. Why don't I have a eucalyptus tree? Pench, do you have koalas? Please say yes. Please say you have many, many koalas. Pench, why is your channel not focused on koala-based programming? I would like to see more koalas on your channel. In fact, I'd like it to be a koala-dominated channel if we can. We have tons here. I want a pet koala. Oh, you live in California. Okay. Yeah, that is more of an area where I could see eucalyptus growing. Again, I have absolutely no knowledge of how eucalyptus grows. I don't know what climate it favors. I'm just making broad assumptions. My broad assumption is I don't have a eucalyptus tree, therefore it must grow somewhere different from where I live. Bamboo is very tall. No, it is very tall. You're right, Amby. It is very tall, but, you know, not as tall as 3 stories. 3 stories is super tall. Not only Australia has eucalyptus trees, stop being racist. No, I can't be racist anymore, CB. I just went through extensive cultural diversity and all sorts of diversity. Basically, if you're diverse, I've learned about you in the past week. And I apparently cannot be racist anymore, or indeed insensitive to anyone, because I've done this very, very, very dry, very dull, very corporate training, and that's cured me of everything. So apparently I was a terrible human being before, and now I'm not. And I've got little CEUs to show for it. I'm just going to rename the channel to the Koala Cupboard. I would absolutely watch that channel. If there was just a live stream of koalas, I would be all into that. Just flat out 24-hour koala-based focused channel. Pens don't have that toilet paper advertised with koalas. There was a eucalyptus tree at my friend's house. Why am I the only one without a eucalyptus tree? Where was I when they were handing out eucalyptus trees? I didn't get this memo. My town has not approached me and said, the rest of the civilized world and the uncivilized world has eucalyptus trees, but you don't. Would you like one? Where was I for this nonsense? Where's my eucalyptus tree? Hashtag give me a eucalyptus tree, damn it. Google says some of the largest timber bamboo can grow over 30 meters. Yeah, thank you for putting that into feet. We don't do metrics here. We like our measurements imperial on the wee hours. Thank you very much. 98 feet tall. See, I know how tall 98 feet is. I know how tall that is. And be as large as 200... Oh, God, here we go again. 10 to 12 inches. Okay, totally got that. Yep, totally got that. 3-story building is only about 45 feet. Yeah, I guess you're right. It would be 45 feet maybe to the ceiling of the 3rd floor. I was kind of including a roof on top of that, and this is coming from someone who spent 20 years getting onto roofs. So I'm very familiar with how tall a 3-story building is. I'm like super, super clear on how... And that is exactly right. 45 feet would probably get you to the ceiling of the 3rd floor, but I was also mentally including a roof, which could add another 10 to 15 feet right there. That's where I was going. So, long story short, we're both right. CB has one in his living room. How does your cat feel about that? You're not no eucalyptus trees. Okay, Hawk doesn't have a eucalyptus tree. Thank you. I'm really keen on that. I literally thought I was the only person on the planet who doesn't have a eucalyptus tree. And koalas. Can I get a eucalyptus tree? Okay, so we're all pretty familiar with the climate that I live in. It's extremely seasonal. We're hot in the summer. We're bone-chillingly cold in the winter. Can I have a eucalyptus tree? Ray says, don't get a eucalyptus tree. Oh, dear. Penge is in a eucalyptus tree at this exact moment in time. Okay, somebody needs to Google if it is acceptable for me to plant a eucalyptus tree in my backyard, given the climate that I have, which is northern New England. So not super north like Maine, where, only idiots live up in Maine because it's freezing cold all the time. And, New Hampshire gets a little bit more moderate. No, we're down in Massachusetts, so we get hot summers usually, or it rains all summer and it's cold. And then we get really, really bone-chillingly cold winters, or, like tomorrow, it's 60 degrees or more. It might actually get towards 70 degrees tomorrow. So basically, my weather is a complete and utter crapshoot, and please tell me if I can have eucalyptus trees. The next thing you need to tell me is, broadly. Now, I'm not asking anyone to Google anything illegal. I'm not asking for criminal behavior. I'm just asking if a person, this is the big word here, this is where the legalese comes in. If a person wanted to acquire, say, 10 to 20 koalas, how would one go about doing that without alerting customs? That's the question I'm asking. It's all hypotheticals. I'm not confirming or denying anything. I'm just asking if a person who is not me, if a person wanted, I'm going to say 30 to 40 koalas, like a bunch, like a lot of koalas, preferably of breeding age, so we could acquire more koalas. And when I say we, I don't mean me. I mean we in a broad sense of the human race. If someone wanted to acquire up to 75 koalas, and they could grow eucalyptus trees, how exactly would we process that through customs in a sense where customs may not know about that? I guess what I'm asking, are there koala smugglers? Please say yes. Pretend that they're stuffed toys. Well, they don't move very much as far as I'm aware. This would never have happened if you hired a stick. Indeed. In real England, do you mean real or rural? Because I'm pretty sure England is real. I've lived there. I'm very confident on the existence of England. They grow very fast. My friends had doubled in size in a year and was now taller than the house. Wait, your friend was taller than a house? Wow. I've heard penges of larger height than one is traditional, but your friend's taller than a house. I've heard that koalas are really aggressive. I think I can take a koala, a non-pig. All right, I'm not saying I'm a tough guy. I mean, I spent some years as a bouncer, but I'm not saying I'm a tough guy. I think I can take a koala, man. What is it going to do? I mean, do koalas charge you? Do they get a running start and charge you like a bear? I'm pretty sure I can take a koala, man. I got that. I totally got that. It went from 30 to 40 to 75 koalas. I'm just saying a lot of koalas that would not necessarily maybe need to draw the attention of the customs officials. Maybe, you know what, customs has a lot going on. Customs has a lot of things to do. They're looking for stuff like, drugs and weapons. I'm just interested that if somebody who is not me, who is clearly not me, if somebody wanted to get 75 to 100 koalas through customs without necessarily, it's not alerting customs, not bothering customs. Let's not bother customs with me and my 75 to 100 koalas. I don't think they need to bother with that sort of thing. Koala can charge you. They drop on you from trees. But Lars, that sounds adorable. That sounds absolutely adorable. I would happily spend an afternoon underneath a eucalyptus tree having koalas drop on me. That sounds like the most comfortable, adorable thing ever. And a killer YouTube channel. Can you imagine the channel of just a 24-hour stream of koalas dropping on somebody? I would watch that all day. All day. As with most native animals, the koala cannot legally be kept. Okay, right, so if we remove, just for arguments, Belgarath, if we removed from your statement the word legally, I'm just messing with language at this point. We're just mixing up the sentence. We're seeing what we can do here if we remove a few words. If, just for, having fun, we remove the word legally from your sentence, how does that change matters? How does that change matters? I'm just curious. We need to go to the zoo. I need a koala. Yeah, they're like teddy bear ninjas, I guess. CP. I'm sorry, am I the only one who thinks that standing underneath a eucalyptus tree and having koalas drop on you is like literally the most adorable thing ever? Never watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Hawk, I've watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail more times than I care to count. I went to a special screening with John Cleese presenting it recently. He was on tour here. I've seen that more times than I care to count. Yes, we know what a rabbit can do. Imagine what a koala can do compared with a rabbit. I think it would... exactly, Mehdi. We're back to more WASD adventures here. Somebody let me know if anything's happening in RimWorld. I'm looking at chat and talking about koalas dropping on me. I think that sounds adorable. I think that sounds really, really good. I can't even imagine anything more comfy than having koalas drop on me. I would lay down on the ground and just bring it on. Bring me some koalas dropping on me from a tree. If again, for argument's sake, we necessarily didn't have to bother the customs agent, who have way more important things to be doing, way more important things than bothering about some silly, gross or 100 gross of koalas that may just want to drop on me. Not in Australia. Just not in Australia. We found Dave's kryptonite koalas. I have several kryptonites, Barbara. Several kryptonites. Basically any sort of any sheep animal. And koalas are sheep, cats are sheep, dogs are sheep. Any of the sheep family. I will happily go gaga over. Not Lady Gaga. I'm not, I can take or leave her music. I kind of pass my time if I'm honest. Penge is freakishly tall, majestic. I knew he was height enhanced. I knew he was, because you can't say tall, it's probably offensive to somebody. So I knew he was vertically enhanced, but freakishly tall, you say. Freakishly tall. I have a friend who's freakishly tall. We call him Big Jim, because he's very big. It kind of goes along. It's not one of those ironic things where we call him Big Jim and he's actually very, very tiny. No, we call him Big Jim because he's a giant walking the earth and very intimidating. And he was both a prison guard and a firefighter, two professions where it pays to look big and imposing. Ray, that's the best way to get Dave to fill up Hall of the Dead. Yeah, has anyone else died? No, actually, I honestly have not looked at this screen. I've just been casually WASDing around. I have been reading chat for about the last 15 minutes, so do please let me know if anything critical is happening. I don't see anything going on. There's no major flags over there. Minor break risk. We'll learn to cope with that. Have some koalas drop on you. That'll chill you out. If you ever pick up Spellcaster Academy again, koalas need a house named after them. My dog would love you. I love dogs. Barbara. So, and dogs know that. Dogs are very sensitive. They know the dog people and the non-dog people. Dogs are obviously, all animals are sensitive to one degree or another, but they know that. I worked in a profession where I had to go in and out of strangers' houses for 20 years. So I have obviously encountered many, many dogs in that time. Every darn dog liked me except for one. There was one dog, with 20 years of going in and out of people's houses and loving their dogs, I was only ever bitten once. And that was really my fault. The lady was very clear, please do not try to pet my dog. He can be very aggressive to strangers. But by the end of my time in the house, the dog was all over me like a cheap suit. We're being licked, the tail is wagging, everything is lovely, because I like dogs, and dogs know that. And then he remembered that he was aggressive and then bit me. So it was kind of my own fault, but also I feel we had made progress in our relationship, and it was a bit of a step backwards there. I have 3 ewes, 3 cats, and no dogs. Want a few alpacas. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? We've got brand new alpacas over here. Someday they will be trained to warpacas, but right now they're just baby alpacas who will someday become the warpacas of the future. But yeah, I can see no reason why you wouldn't want an alpaca. I prefer koalas if we didn't need to bother the customs agents about that. My dad's a firefighter and he loves kittens. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Who on the planet doesn't love kittens? If you don't love kittens, I would like to punch you in the throat. Seriously. Like, how can you not love kittens? Kittens are... look, puppies are amazing. But kittens, if you're gonna twist my arm behind my back and say, you can only have one adorable animal, it's got to be puppies or kittens. What are you taking? I'm taking kittens. I'm 100% taking kittens on that. Excuse me. Dogs are dangerous predators that should be kept far away from humans. Well, we invited them in, Hawk. Actually, we didn't invite them in. We trained them in. We all know we domesticated them. They're very, very trainable, and just like RimWorld, they perform a lot of tasks that take kind of free up our time. So we took a look at dogs and said, yeah, we'll have some of them. Those are very, very trainable. As a reminder, cats domesticated themselves. Cats saw humans as a good deal, a good gig, and moved right in. Cats, we did not domesticate cats. Cats domesticated themselves, and they've done very well because of it. So if we go in and kill some rats, we get an unlimited supply of food that we don't have to hunt for. That's a pretty good I wouldn't say parasitic relationship, but anyone who has owned a cat will tell you it's absolutely a parasitic relationship. Puppy or kitten? I thought you would pick koala. Well, we still haven't, Lars. We still haven't quite worked out the legalities of the koalas now, have we? Also want a chinchilla. I don't have any strong opinions about chinchillas, apart from the fact that they are sheep. I don't really like or dislike chinchillas. I don't have any real strong reactions to that. Gotten a lot of flack over the years for loving cats instead of dogs because it's not macho. Oh, you're a firefighter guy, yeah. The firefighter part definitely cancels that out. And I've always said, when I say I really love cats, and I have a cat, and I will continue to have a cat in my life, whether it's this cat or a future cat, people always go black and white on that. They say, oh, well, you hate dogs. No, I don't hate dogs. I love dogs. I absolutely love dogs. I just prefer cats. If it was up to Mrs. Dave and I, which it technically is because it's our lives, but if our circumstances were different, we would have a dog. But we're just not in a position in our lives to give a dog the care that it needs. We both work, long hours. We're both out of the house a lot. We're just not. A dog is like a child. A dog you have to give constant care to. A cat is more like me. Like, I don't know, throw some food in my direction occasionally, and I'm basically happy with life. A cat's like me. No pet will ever beat Columbus in being cute. I've missed something there, but that's okay. My 50K dog, Central Asian Shepherd Princess, would adore you. What pets do you have or had? Just the cat right now, Barbara. Mrs. Dave and I, when I met Mrs. Dave, I had a cat, and we obviously continued to have that cat. And then that cat, unfortunately, got sick, as cats do, and passed away. And then a little while later, we got the cat that we have now, which, of course, there are about a bazillion photos in the very specific Pictures of Kitty channel on the Wee Hours Discord. Shameless link below. Shameless self-promotion there. Link to that right down below. But yeah, if you're actually interested in seeing pictures of Kitty, there are tons of pictures of Kitty and a lot of other chat and viewers, kitties in there too, and occasionally dogs, and sometimes a sheep. But yeah, we have a whole channel dedicated. I basically put the Discord together so I could show off my cat. That's pretty much what I did. I made the Discord so I could have the Pictures of Kitty channel in there. Anyone saying not macho is covering for something? Yeah, I mean, it's like 2020. Do we even do that anymore? Do we do like macho anymore? I mean, not amongst the people that I know. I'm sure there are cultures that's still very much a thing, but I just have a cat, have a dog, whatever, have a chinchilla, have a hopefully koala if you don't have to bother the customs agents with it. But have the whole macho thing. I think I'm going to say we're moving past that. We're not really. I mean, there's a lot of ways to go on that, but I think a lot of people are moving past the idea of this is a guy thing, but that's a girl thing. I mean, even the way we use language in terms like that. And the only reason that's going to set me off is I literally went through training at work on this yesterday. Like less than 24 hours ago, I was in training for diversity and male, female, LGBTQ stuff. Less than 24 hours ago. And frankly, it was rather tedious and information that I already have. 16-year-old, four-legged child. Other people would call her a dog. Columbus is my Russian land tortoise. Wow. Why does that sound wicked angry, Hawk? Like a Russian land tortoise sounds like a military vehicle. If you said to me, it's war. It's war, and they've equipped themselves with Russian land tortoises, I would be in fear. I would not run away very quickly. I would probably casually walk away, but I would walk away from the Russian land tortoise. Doesn't that sound angry? It sounds like it should be a boss in a game. Like I should be playing Skyrim and face off against the Russian land tortoise at some point in time. My phone is just a camera for taking cat pictures. Funny thing, Anonipig, since I used my camera on my phone a lot for work, but I haven't done that particular job in over a year now, almost a year and a half. So as I was going through the photos, Mrs. Dave and I got new phones late last year, so I was kind of cleaning out the photos as you sometimes do, making sure there's nothing embarrassing or controversial, before you hand your phone off to be recycled or anything like that. I was going through, and for the second my job stopped last year, it's 93% cat photos. 93% cat photos. I think there were a couple of photos of like snow that I sent to Penge because we have this ongoing war about what snow is. It's not a war. It's just the British have no concept of what snow is, and I will be happy to send photos of what real snow is to the British. So yeah, there's probably a couple of photos of snow that I've sent to Penge, and everything else is cats. My cat, specifically my cat. It's a small tortoise. Yeah, but it sounds angry, Hawk. A Russian land tortoise. That just sounds wicked angry, man. I just feel that's like a huge tank of something with like turrets and guns and probably a flamethrower or two. Probably a flamethrower. I'm a big hairy man, sometimes runs around in camo with a gun. My niece also does my hair and makeup. I see no problem with either of those statements. Those are perfectly acceptable statements to me. I myself, So apart from my career that I had for 20 years, many people know I also used to work in the restaurant industry last year and for years prior to that. And in Halloween, at Halloween rather, the staff would all dress up and we would have a theme. So we would always have a theme and we would dress around that theme. So like one year we did Batman and I did the best Heath Ledger Joker you have ever seen. Ever. It was amazing. It actually freaked the staff out. I kind of method acted it too. Anyway, so one year we did Batman, and one year we did like Peter Pan. Last year we did Disney princesses. Now here's the problem. There's only one male character, really, kind of, in the Disney princess world, which is Prince Charming. Now he has many faces, but it's basically kind of the same guy. And there were two male employees. There's the bartender and me. And by the time I got there, he had already taken Prince Charming, and rightfully so, because he actually kind of fit the bill. He looks like that. He's that kind of guy. And they said, well, what are you going to be? I said, well, I don't know. I guess I'll be Princess Jasmine. Because my wife likes Princess Jasmine, and I just knew the name. I'm not really big into Disney movies, but I knew that name. And they're like, wait, what? Because we're all going to be Disney princesses. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll be a Disney princess too. Is Princess Jasmine taken? No? Okay. And this is all very, very true. My mother-in-law handmade me a Princess Jasmine costume. Mrs. Dave and I spent not a small amount of time. Bird Brains, welcome. Not a small amount of time researching, and I'm gonna figure out the language to kind of put this out for a non-blue, non-controversial language channel. Figuring out the appropriate way to construct the chesticological area, if we will, for Princess Jasmine. P.S. by the way, if you are doing drag at any point and you're not like doing it professionally, and you basically, if you need to come up with more than you've got, the water balloons that you want to get, I'm going to tell you this because we did a lot of research and a lot of testing on it. We tested various balloons. We knew it was going to be water balloons because they'd have the right feel to them. But we found, the balloons that you get with the rubber band attached and you blow up the balloon and you punch it back and forth? Those are the balloons you want. Those are absolutely the balloons you want. Of course, hang on, I have to approve that. Of course I needed help, Ray. I don't have a lot of experience in them myself. But we did a lot of testing, and it was very important to me that we got the correct feel to them. Because I was particularly thinking of the terrible but wonderful movie Wild Wild West, where the characters are dressing up as courtesans, and they're like, feel this, it feels really good. I wanted the right feel to it, and we got that with those particular water balloons, but those were much stronger. So I had like an 8-hour shift, and a regular balloon was absolutely going to pop, and that would have been a disaster. WTF am I listening to? We're listening about how this started, let me back this up. This started with koalas. Now, I'm going to take the koalas off the table for right now, because we need to get into the kitties, and how much I love kitties and kittens and whatnot. And then we got around to, what is macho? Is macho a thing anymore? Why do we care if something is a man thing or a woman thing? And Bristly was mentioning about how his niece does his hair and makeup, even though he often dresses up in camo and goes out with guns. And then I said, I also don't really feel there's a macho or a non-macho thing, and this is why I dressed up as Princess Jasmine last year with real effort put into it. I didn't just go down and buy a Princess Jasmine costume from the store and make it work. No. This was a handmade costume by my mother-in-law with testing on how to make this look perfect. And once again, as I always do, I won the costume contest, because why wouldn't I? I wore tights for Peter Pan, if that helps too, and damn, I look good in tights. Right, I should probably catch up on chat. It's the only reason I arrive here. Hang on, Mrs. Dave, we're just testing the feel. Yeah, no, I had her do it. So we set up like 4 or 5 different balloons full of water, because I really was concerned about longevity and not having them pop. But those ones with the rubber band where you're supposed to hit the balloon back and forth, those are just awesome for that. Awesome. They lasted all day. It was just great. What princess is that? Princess Jasmine? She's the one from Aladdin, isn't she? I actually don't know. Yeah, Ray's got it. Aladdin. Yeah. The others were all taken. I mean, all the major players, like Cinderella, they'd been long taken. So I went to Princess Jasmine, mostly because Princess Jasmine wears pants, which was helpful. Because pants. It was just very, very helpful for me not to have to wear a skirt. Not because I would necessarily have gone, oh no, it's not macho if I wear a skirt or a dress or something. I don't care about that. It's just my job was walking around a ton. So I wanted freedom of movement, and I'm not experienced in wearing a dress or a skirt, so I probably would have tripped over myself. I want the clown horn noise for when you squeeze them now. Yeah, that happened. I did a Halloween dead schoolgirl one year. Man in a car asked if I wanted a lift home. Yeah, don't, Bristly, I told you, don't take rides from strangers, man. We've had this talk, you and I. We've had this talk. You Americans pronounce all the stuff in such a weird way. Which stuff? What am I mispronouncing now? Wait, this is English. This is my realm, Hawk. I went to school for this, for God's sakes. I'm pretty clear on how to pronounce things. I'd love to see you as Mulan. Despite her not being a princess. I think she still qualifies, though, doesn't she? I mean, not necessarily as an actual princess, but she sort of qualifies, like, if you line up the Disney princesses, Mulan is definitely in there. She's always on that list. I've seen her on that list. I barely know them, and I know what Mulan looks like. I was going to ask for advice about my low frame rate, but this is better. Bird Brains, let's be honest. Did you expect any less? Did you expect any less from this? I have no... Okay, I know I keep saying, somebody tell me if something's going on in RimWorld. I haven't looked at this except to take off that notification in 30 minutes. So if it doesn't... All right, let me just take a quick peek. Nobody else is dead, so that's encouraging. Well, how about the wall? We were building the wall. How's that coming along? Okay, progress is being made. Progress is being made on the wall. We're probably out of blocks, I bet. No, actually, we've made a ton because I haven't been paying attention. In fact, we might need a new bill for that. How's the old granite blocks coming? No, we got plenty in there. Okay, plenty to go. Well, good. Let's actually play some RimWorld briefly until I think of something else. Yeah, give me structure. Give me granite wall. Bring that right down to here, and then over to here. Oh, except take this out, and instead. Wait, go away. Give me that wall. I know I don't need more than one trap corridor, but this saves on the hunting. No problem hunting when you got a bunch of trap corridors kicking around. Security. Oh, security. Come here. Boom, 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 boom. This'll catch a muffalo or two. And then some doors so everyone can get in and out of the trap corridor. Yay. Okay. Now... What did I miss? Mulan is because who she married. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're talking about sort of a... Oh, Jesper, welcome. Yeah, Mulan is part of the Disney princesses. Yeah, I don't think Disney is using a specific definition of, descended from a king or a queen as much as they're like, the main character of a Disney movie. That's kind of their thing. So yeah, Mulan is definitely a Disney princess, no question. Jasmine was made in California, so she's pronounced Jasmine? Jasmine? No, it's Jasmine. It's Princess Jasmine. I know this. I dressed as her. I know exactly how that's pronounced. You can't put me in that outfit and not know how to pronounce that name. Or Jasmine. I don't know. I've never heard anyone pronounce it Jasmine. Ever. Including Disney. I don't think anyone is ever pronounced it Jasmine. Mysterious as the dark side of the moon. She qualifies. Yeah, exactly, Ray. She qualifies due to being a heroine. She's a heroine. She's the main character of a Disney, I know, air quotes, princess movie. So yeah, she's totally a Disney princess. Disney princess is more sort of like saying the Avengers. It's not saying you actually went out and avenged something. It's just saying you're part of a group that is called the Disney Princesses. Disney Princesses versus Avengers. Who wins? Who wins? Show that. All right. Princess Leia is a Disney princess? Oh, I guess she technically is, yeah. I don't think we'll see her next to Mulan or Jasmine, but any other costume to remember? Well, Peter Pan, again, I did wear tights for that, and I got a lot of compliments on my legs, if I'm honest. Apparently, I look real good in tights. I did not realize, speaking of macho versus non-macho, I don't believe I had any occasion to wear tights prior to being Peter Pan. Those things are so comfortable. I can see why people wear those. Those things are crazy comfy. Like, they just feel great. I can absolutely... I mean, it was almost a whole lifestyle change for me. Mrs. Dave was vaguely concerned for a few minutes. Like, damn, those things are really, really comfortable. She is the hero of a movie, so... A princess, even though not a princess. Exactly. Yeah, she's like part of a group. The group is the Disney princesses, and she's definitely part of that. Dave and the Princess Leia gold bikini. Ooh, I'd need to shave off a few pounds there. Yeah, I'm not in as good shape as I was during Princess Jasmine. I mean, it's not all gone to heck, but I would have to kind of get back to my Princess Jasmine fighting weight there. Definitely. Possibly... Yeah, I may even take a little bit off of that, because at least Princess Jasmine, the costume was moderately concealing. And we had to obviously alter the basic idea of the costume, because working in the restaurant, you can't have basically a bare midriff. That was not going to work. You can't have your stomach bare. So we had to make some alterations. It ended up, it really became almost more like an I Dream of Jeannie costume, but it was Princess Jasmine. It was the basic scheme of Princess Jasmine, but it came out a little more I Dream of Jeannie because we had to make sure that parts of my body were covered just for health code reasons. Disney princesses need to be easy to sell costumes. One-piece dress like Cinderella's is easy to make. Multi-piece costumes like our Moana, oh shit, that's the Polynesian one, right? Or Hawaiian? Are not as easy to make or apply. They should be easy because so people with kids can, dress them up as Halloween. Or if you're me, make them as complicated as you want because my mother-in-law will hand make it. Handmade it. Handmade that costume. It's unique. It's a unique Princess Jasmine costume. Was there a definition about Disney princesses and Ralph breaks the internet? I don't know. Never saw that one, Hawk. Did not see that one. My wife is the Disney person. Mel J, welcome. Welcome. Found the channel after watching Penge's RimWorld. Excellent. Well, now you're watching Dave's RimWorld, I guess. And Penge is in it. The irony is remarkable. So, yes, Penge obviously was kind enough to put me in his RimWorld. And here he is. He's right here. There's Penge in my RimWorld. He's our best hunter. Well, he's certainly one of our best hunters. And he's wearing a tinfoil hat. Definitely in RimWorld, possibly in the real life. I have not been so informed. But yeah, welcome, Mel. Oh, wow, we're getting so many cool new people in this stream. This is awesome. Love Wreck-It Ralph. I've not seen that one. As I say, Mrs. Dave is the big Disney, like the animated Disney stuff. You're the hero in my RimWorld. I think, well, there was the fabulous half hat that you went ballistic over. I'm there slaving away, and somebody makes half a hat, and you go nuts over it. But I don't know if I'm a hero. I'm just doing my part, Penge. I'm just doing my part. Tinfoil hat sounds exactly like Penge. Fair enough. Now I'm curious how Dave is doing in Penge's room. Well, we'll find out tonight. I would assume it's Friday. My Friday viewing is RimWorld on the Geek Cupboard. So unless Penge is going to horribly disappoint me, which would make me very sad, then I will find out tonight how I am doing in Penge's RimWorld. And Penge can view now how he's doing in my RimWorld. At least I hope he is. I'm just WASDing. Hopefully at some point it will fixate on Penge and he can see himself. But just for argument's sake, what are you doing? You are... Oh, you're feeding one of the prisoners. That's very nice. How's Dave Navarro doing? I mean, I know how he's doing since he left Jane's Addiction. He's got that whole Ink Master thing going on, which Mrs. Dave and I make fun of and yet watch religiously. How's your prisoner status going here? 10.6. Okay, you have been a very tough nut to crack, Dave Navarro. Wow, you've been a very tough nut to crack, but you're getting there. Probably by the end of the winter, or the end of the fall, rather, we will have you. And Bamaloo, 25.0. Okay, you're going to take a while. You can working on the tags at this very moment. Excellent. That is my Friday viewing. I'm not saying that because Benj is here. He's very aware of this. My Friday viewing is, oh boy, it's Friday. That means later there's going to be RimWorld. I used to do the same thing when he had XCOM on Fridays. I've had a good history with Penj and Fridays. He always puts things that I'm like wicked into on Fridays unknowingly. And that really yay, Friday, it's going to be XCOM or it's going to be RimWorld. Random fact with Bird Brains. In any form of merchandise featuring multiple Disney princesses, there is a rule that none of the characters are allowed to make eye contact. That's weird. That's very odd. Huh, why is that? I need another random fact to back up the first random fact. XCOM was great, Bristol, you're not wrong. And I'm not saying that just because I was a ridiculous OP sniper who shot everything that he saw. I'm not just saying that. Because you could actually make that out of any sniper. Endgame snipers in Enemy Unknown were a little OP, if we're honest. The double tap thing was just ridiculous. Of course, snipers in XCOM 2 are completely OP as well. Snipers are just awesome. Anyway, I'm not just saying that because I was an OP sniper who always saved the day. I'm saying that because I love XCOM and watching Penj play it, even though the title of the entire series should have been Take the Shot! The game. Or overwatching the game. But for me, it was just me sitting there loving every second of it and silently screaming, take the shot! Over and over again. It was. I love XCOM and I loved watching Penj play it, and now I love RimWorld and I love watching Penj play it. He's actually, honestly, better at it than I am. He's far more efficient in what he's doing than I am. I just kind of throw my colonies together, and I have an understanding of the mechanics. I know how to make it work, but I don't have any specific plan. He's been much better about actually listening to his commenters and going, okay, this would be a very, very efficient way of doing this thing, etc., etc., etc. Random fact with Bird Brains, Disney is weird. Yes, but they own all the good stuff, don't they? They own all the good things that I want to watch. We kind of treated ourselves to Disney Plus for Christmas, and we realized that 83% of what we watch is now on Disney Plus. So it covers Star Wars, it covers Marvel, and it covers Disney. That's pretty much, and Nat Geo, which I'm not disappointed about. I do like myself some Nat Geo occasionally. That pretty much covers 83% of what we watch. So we're kind of wondering, do we need anything other than Disney Plus? We also treated ourselves to DC, whatever it is, DC Online or, the DC streaming service. That's pretty much my other 17%. If they just threw in live PD, I'm good. At that point, I'm 100% good. There's a really good book I repeatedly listen to about the culture of girlhood and princesses. Cinderella Ate My Daughter. That sounds like there's a very similar book that I'm looking behind my shoulder. So if the audio goes a little weird, it's because I'm looking right behind me right now. That I cannot Oh, there it is. I see it on the shelf. The Adonis Complex. It sounds like exactly the same book except for boys instead of girls. So is the way in which, culture and pop culture specifically has body-shamed boys in the same way that it body-shames girls. Really good book, Adonis Complex. Go grab that if you're interested in that, 'cause it's something not a lot of people talk about, that men incur just as much body dysmorphia as women do. We just don't talk about it, ever. I lived through the comments section. The series would be over if it wasn't for them. Yeah, it absolutely would. Actually, Penj, it absolutely would. And that's just because any new RimWorld player, if you don't know how to play RimWorld, and let's face it, the tutorial is in no way sets you up for the game. The tutorial gives you some extremely basic mechanics and nothing else. RimWorld will just crush you if you play it by yourself, air quotes. So same thing with me. My initial failure at RimWorld, at least I learned a lot from the comment section, but you were smart enough to actually do it while the series is still going, which is nice. He does get nice floors in. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Binge watch The Witcher on release day. Yes, that's true, Hawk. You're right. We do still have Netflix, and Netflix is great. We watched the first episode of The Witcher. We have not watched the rest of it yet, so no spoilers, please. We are enjoying it, though. Oh, I am enjoying it. It's a great series. It could be a little better edited in that there's a lot of stuff that I felt was padding, but enjoyable padding nonetheless. Enjoyable padding. Do you have the Koala channel? I'm hoping that's going to pop up on Nat Geo. I'm sorry, National Geographic. We don't have to abbreviate everything. Not everything has to have an abbreviated tagline. How about we call National Geographic instead of Nat Geo? It's not that hip. There's no way for you to make National Geographic hip. It's not going to happen. So let's just call it National Geographic. There might be something about koalas on that. Dark history about Disney doesn't mean... Yeah, of course there's dark history about Disney. Dark history about Walt Disney. That guy was a lunatic. But, he gave us Disney. I was never into Prince as a kid. More a stuffed animal person from Anona Pig. Wait a minute. Nat Geo is on... Hang on. There's a lot going on here. Nat Geo is on Disney Plus. Mars Season 3 isn't going to be on Netflix. No, probably not. Disney Plus is aggressively, sort of circling the wagons and making sure that you are locked into Disney Plus. So much so that they had 2 original series from Marvel. There's going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier. So basically buddy cop movie, series rather, limited series. I think it's like 8 episodes. And they had Vision and Scarlet Witch. Oh, sorry, we can't say Scarlet Witch because somebody else owns that. Wanda and the Vision was scheduled for next year, 2021, but they really want to lock people into Disney Plus, so they've actually bumped it up. So it will be in 2020. Chat is going very, very frantically right now, so I'm trying to stay caught up here. There's a book called The Uglies where cosmetic was mandatory for everyone once they turned 18. I don't get makeup. Mrs. Dave rarely wears makeup, and when she does, she does it so subtly that I often don't notice, which is to her credit. I think that's kind of the point, that you shouldn't notice it per se. I've never seen the point of makeup. I think, my personal opinion is I think women look just fine as is. There's no real reason for it. But, if you're into it and it makes you feel good about yourself, hey, knock yourself out. Go for it. Do it. I don't care. But Mrs. Dave does it very infrequently. Usually when we're going somewhere fancy, she might do a little bit of subtle makeup, but 9 days out of, 9, really. 99 days out of 100, she doesn't. And, obviously I think she's just beautiful exactly as she is. What's a Netflix Dan this fact machine? Oh, wait, Jess is here too. Oh my God, Jess! Just in time for a D+ conversation. Oh, my character. Oh yeah, sorry, Spike Little Girl, you finally came in. Yeah, you're dead. Sorry. Real sorry about that. It was not my intention. Now, Spike Little Girl, you're gonna hear the phrase colony mismanagement thrown very liberally around by chat. Let me assure you, it was not my fault. When you talk to your insurance company about your untimely demise, it was not my fault. And remember the story, chat. Remember the story. Spike Little Girl died trying to leave the colony of her own volition. Remember the story that we all agreed to. Hopefully Spike Little Girl didn't hear that. You send messages via snails. Have you tried a guinea pig via catapult? It is very, very aerodynamic. There's literally 10 MCU shows in the works. Yeah, I know. I'm wicked excited about it. They did, as I was just saying, they bumped up, to my knowledge, this is just what I've read, they bumped up, we can't say Scarlet Witch, Wanda and the Vision has been bumped up to this year, so they can have that and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even though it's not really going to be Falcon, because he's actually going to be Captain America, but their little buddy cop series will be going on, and they just, I guess, want to really lock people in and say, boy, we're going to have a ton of really cool original content. Of course, that plus The Mandalorian, they've got some strong showings there. Final season of the Clone Wars. Oh, very cool. I'll look forward to that. I wouldn't say it's colony mismanagement, besides perhaps optimal colony research distribution. I feel, well, here's the thing, Penge. It was the flu. And like diseases do, it culled. It's been a bit of a cull. A bit of a trimming of wheat from chaff and whatnot. What about the Loki series? You tell me, Spike Little Girl. You tell me. Mrs. Dave is very anxious for that. She loves that character and she loves that actor. So you tell me when the Loki series. I've heard about it too. I just haven't heard anything definitive about it. God have all decided you were better off in a pit of bones. Medicine was not provided. It's not that medicine was not provided, Ray. That's not true. Okay, it's mostly true, in the sense that you are technically accurate in that medicine was not provided. So when you use the sentence, medicine was not provided, you are absolutely technically accurate. However, what you're failing to, bring into the conversation is the grand scope that there were many people sick of the flu, and really only one doctor. One doctor can only treat one person at a time, and if somebody, maybe Spike Little Girl, was last on the list there, maybe the doctor did not get to Spike Little Girl in time with the medicine. But to say that medicine was not provided while being technically accurate, in that we did not provide medicine, we were just chit-chatting and WASDing while people died, so technically accurate, but I think really breaks the spirit of what we were trying to do, which is ideally have everyone live. It didn't really work out like that. 4 of them are dead, including Slick Rick. He's finally dead. I've been saying he's dead for ages. Oh my god, Jess, you hit 1K. I saw and retweeted when you were right at that mark. Yay! Oh, that's awesome. I should go tweet something about that. I've been very distant from Twitter. I have to cut things where I can cut things, and I have very little time. That is awesome. Can we have a very polite round of applause and a woot for Jess finally hitting 1K? Well deserved. And should have really happened ages ago as far as I'm concerned. Call it what you will. I see what you did there. Loki series comes out in 2021. It might have some time traveling in it. Well, it's kind of got to. Although I'm really no fan of time travel. Really no fan of time travel at all. It's just that and dream sequences and other things. It's like it's a cheat. It's a Deus Ex Machina way of getting out of things, which is why... And I'm not going... Okay, at 1 hour 45 minutes into the stream, I'm not having a conversation about Endgame, but that's the primary reason Mrs. Dave and I didn't like Endgame. It was just a Deus Ex Machina cheat. Any 8th grader could have figured out a better way to do that. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Grand Scope, you wish for more bones in the Indiana Jones pit. And I've got them. I've got them. I've got a lot of bones in the Indiana Jones pit here. The Hall of the Dead is looking delightfully macabre right now. You have better life expectancy than Dave, Minions, and Evil Genius. Yeah, they come and go. They come and go. That is awesome, Jess. I am very, very excited for that. And long overdue, frankly. Honestly, I know you often recommend other good Star Wars channels, and you guys have a really good community, but I only go to your channel for Star Wars info. I'm not going anywhere else. I already know and trust you, so why would I go anywhere else? And so long overdue, as far as I'm going. Same about Endgame. I was going to say shame about Endgame. We will not get into a massive discussion about Endgame. Mrs. Dave, here's my final word on Endgame. Maybe in another stream will allow me to WASD and rant about Endgame. Our final word on Endgame, Mrs. Dave and I, we just actively pretend it doesn't exist. We actively pretend that movie never happened. So Infinity War happened, and we loved it, and then nothing else ever came out. We're actually trying to deliberately block it out of our consciousness. It's not a new rant, Ray. I'm already starting to lose my voice at 1 hour 47 here. Series will also explain what happened to Loki in both Infinity War and Endgame. Where did Loki go, and if he died in Infinity Wars? Yeah, it's going to be... I was going to say it's going to be tricky to bring him back to the dead. It's Marvel. Oh dear, we're being rated. This I should probably pay attention to. This part I should definitely probably pay attention to. It's 2 guys. Okay, it's 2 guys. And they're not armed. Okay, team, Munz, did I ever give you a gun? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure you have a gun. Trap corridor not quite in place yet, and boy, I just have like 0 sandbags around here. Okay, well, it'll all work itself out. So yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to bring people back from the dead. No, it's Marvel. It's remarkably easy to bring people back from the dead. You can incinerate them to ash, and they'll come back from the dead, probably due to time travel or something similar. You only have a bow. That's less good than I would like it to be. Bobcat, however, has an auto pistol. That's going to come in handy. Except I don't really want you right there, because I want to at least use some of the sandbags. Who's got long distance? You have a shotgun. Does anyone just have a regular old rifle? Okay, you know what, team? Just line up and kill. Just line up right here and kill everything you see. It'll all be fine. Stabby, you hang at the back and see if any stabbing needs to be done. There's Penge with the long-distance rifle. There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, and we will release the war packas as usual, because war packas. They're up there. Team, we're in the wrong place. We're in the wrong place. Go up here and attack this. And also release all the animals. Release the war packas. War packas, charge! Oh god, it's another prisoner. It's another prisoner. Okay, somebody get the guy into the prison, I guess. Capture Kraus. Sure, why not? I say it's another mouth to feed. I'm swimming in food. I have no idea what's going on in chat right now. I actually had to pay attention to that. Strong endings are not for faint of hearts. Books, movies, I admire authors that dare to be brutal. I do too. With, Blake 7 is the first thing that springs to mind there. But I don't like Deus Ex Machina cheats. There's better things that could be done there. We have, Mrs. Dave and I have, hosts of complaints about Endgame. A litany of complaints about Endgame. That's the primary one. But there's a whole subsection that goes into that. No Captain Marvel as a Team of the Knives. I love that film. As for my character, she doesn't blame you for not getting to her in time. I know you don't, Spike Little Girl. I know you understand. Oh, Bamalu's wearing a fabulous outfit. I did not know you had that. I know you absolutely understand that with a colony of this size, we can't treat everyone. So, you were on the list of people to get treated. Captain Marvel was fantastic. You ain't wrong about that, Jess. That movie was great. I love that. That's exactly what I wanted a Marvel movie to be. We just can't, unfortunately, treat everyone, Spike Little Girl, as much as we want to. I only take prisoners who have deep desire with decent stats. I will take virtually anyone. If you are breathing, you are my prisoner, and I will convert you for the primary reason of just having a warm body. Just somebody, even if they have no skills, I can put them onto cleaning and hauling, and they'll just do grunt labor. Yes, ideally, I would like, a good skilled person, but they will gain skill. Maybe they're not the best at it right now, but A, they'll do things, and which will free up time from your more skilled colonists to do things, and B, they're a warm body. Oh, Stabby, come on, you can take care of a rat. Stab it. Hang on, just stab the rat. See the rat? Stab the rat. There you go. Stab the rat. You got this all day, Stabby. There you go. You've completely stabbed the rat. Good job. Well done. Well done on the stabbing. I think I actually never undrafted you from the raid, but there we go. And we'll eat this rat. We will eat this rat. Yeah, go take some... What did you have? Like a bite or something, Stabby? A scratch. Yeah, you're going to be fine. Just go take care of yourself for a while. There is actually no movie called Endgame, Penge. Just don't even bother. It never existed. It was just a publicity stunt. Absolutely publicity stunts. May turn into celebrity RimWorld. Burt Reynolds. Who did we actually get? Kraus? Yeah, what's your deal? First of all, oh wow, you only have a resistance of 10. We're going to have you in no time. I mean, what do you do? What's your deal? Okay, you're terrible at shooting. You are actually one of these guys who's basically terrible at everything, but you're incapable of none. You can do anything. So even if I just put you on cleaning and hauling, that's valuable. Because that's just less cleaning and less hauling. In fact, with a colony this size, a dedicated cleaner is actually a really good idea. Because this place is a pit. What with all the blood on the floor. You're a nudist. That's going to be a little fussy in the winter. Okay, hang on. Richard Krause, you are a nudist, night owl, masochist. Okay. Those three things do kind of go together. You're not wrong about that, Richard Krause. We're taking you anyway. And we're going to put you onto apparently naked, painful nighttime cleaning duty. And you're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. The book ends with when Stabby is swooped on by bat. Stabby eats rat, not capable of being a nun. Mad rat disease. Let's eat the mad rat. Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing here that can't be eaten. And, like, I really needed the food anyway. Oh, there's a gun over here we're not doing anything with. Let's not have that happen. I was going to say we should harvest these berries, but I don't know why. We've got tons and tons of food. Okay, I need to stop streaming now. I've talked for 2 hours straight, and I'm starting to lose my voice. And I'm going to go... I may have koalas the next time we do this. I may have koalas. Naked Painful Cleaning is the name of my prog rock band. Naked Painful Nighttime Cleaning, Bristly. Nighttime Cleaning. Put a warm hat on your nudist and they won't fuss in the winter. Yeah, actually, that would probably work just fine. Yeah, so long as they got a toque on or whatever, that'll do just fine. There is no Endgame movie. There is no Game of Thrones Season 8. I watched the first episode of Game of Thrones and then kind of tuned out for reasons. There are things about Game of Thrones that I was just not into. So that RimWorld Part 47, it's ready for my consumption. Well, then I have a date with RimWorld Part 47. Thank you very much. Oh, hang on. Let me just approve that, Hawk. There we go. Got you killed more often than not in XCOM. Of course I did. You were one of the mechs, weren't you? I think. So I am going to call the stream here, guys. I am starting to lose my voice, and it's getting towards the XCOM Death Hour anyway. And apparently, I have somebody else's RimWorld to go watch, which is very, very exciting. So I will call the stream there. Wow, we had so many people and so many new people in stream. I'm so excited for that, guys. Thank you so much, new viewers, longtime viewers. Thank you guys so much. I know I say this every single time, but I really deeply appreciate it and respect the time that you give me for this silliness, for this nonsense, for talking about koalas for 30 minutes straight. I love and respect the fact that you give me this time. I look forward to this every single week. I get up on Monday and I can't wait till Friday to do this, and it's been another awesome Friday with you guys. Thank you so much. I will leave it here. We'll be back next week. We'll do it all again. If anyone wants to send me some koalas, I'm totally okay with that. And somebody find out if I can grow eucalyptus in my area, because now I want a 3-story tall eucalyptus tree. But guys, I will call it there. Thank you so much for coming along. Goodbye, and goodbye.